Why, hello. Ready? We're going to play with some oil pastels today from Crayola. You know, the ones that they give to kids. But these are fun. We're going to play with these. I don't remember the last time I played with these in particular. I've played with, like, you know, the adult versions. But, you know, look at all these colors. See, we're going to have a good time. How can we not have a good time? And, you know, I had to buy the neon ones, too, because why not? I am friends with all of the colors. I need all of them. I'm a little bit of a completionist when it comes to colors in art supplies. So I got tea today. I've been drinking a lot of tea lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's a phase. But we're going to play with these beautiful, bright, fun, cheap art supplies from Crayola. Hopefully, they're as good as I remember. It's been a very long time. I mean, look at they're not great in, they're falling apart kind of in places, and that's okay. And I don't know what, maybe let's do some sketching first. We're gonna sketch first, because I'm imagining alien landscapes. I'm always imagining alien landscapes. It's what I daydream about pretty often. Why am I sketching in a neon blue? Why not? I mean, wait, that isn't neon blue. What color would you call that? Like a neon turquoise? Very, very, very light turquoisey? I don't know. One of the colors I don't really have a name for. But one of the things that's on my to-do list is to do more sketching in very vibrant, bright colors that you can't really cover. I want that sketch to be like apparent throughout the whole piece. I want you to see it from the beginning to the end, to be a bright, obnoxious color that just becomes part of the paintings. That's on my to-do list, to do more of that kind of thing. That's what I want. It's, in a way, is like seeing time through a 2D piece of paper, of seeing the entire process of creation, which is an interesting concept in art. Art is a nice way to experiment with a lot of things that are a little harder in other mediums. I like art for that kind of thing. It's a very pleasant way to communicate very interesting ideas to somebody who might be listening. Now, you don't have to listen. You can just look at it, and who cares beyond that for most people. But there are a few people who might be interested in a little more deeper concepts beyond, you know, Crayola oil pastels, you know? So it's the medium to make communication, to make conversation. And that's what it is for me, because I don't speak so well. I don't ever expect to fully gain a good speaking ability. It's just not going to happen for me, and that's okay. I can live with that. When did you last think about the nature of time? Like, actually think about it. When was that? When you were a teenager? Maybe when you were a kid? When was the last time? When was the last time you were able to clear your mind of all the distractions? Like, just turn off the TV, turn off the social media, turn off the YouTube, and just sit there and think about it. Or maybe open up a book about a topic that actually made you think about things. When was that last time? You know, I'm quite nerdy in a very deep sort of sense of nerdy, and that I don't spend a lot of time with the social medias and with TV, and I don't do those sorts of things because I don't enjoy it. I don't. For me personally, a lot of it would be a waste of my time. And I don't want to do that. I've got too much stuff I want to do. I've got too much stuff I want to learn. And so I try to be very specific with things. And in the process, I've kind of picked up a lot of nerdy things that I don't see a lot of other people doing. Like just randomly reading physics books. Like Boscovich is my latest book that I've been going through. The theory on, oh Lord, I'm going to have to, hold on a sec. Un momento, por favor. A Theory of Natural Philosophy. That's what it's called. First published in 1763. So, I am not going to claim to understand that. I'm not going to claim that I understand any of it at all. That I'm sure it's going to take me quite a few readings for me to get there. But I feel it is important to at least for me, to have a better understanding of the different options there are. I don't think options is the right word. It's not coming out correct here. Anytime I'm trying to discuss something new, something that I have to create new brain pathways for, I always struggle to talk about it. But there's two schools of thought in physics, one being the etherists. There's also the people who believe the universe is based in particles, so particle theory. The current mainstream idea of physics is in particle theory. I don't have a good grasp on that either. There's just a lot for me to still learn, but I wanted to understand the etherists a bit better, so I'm starting out with some Boscovich, and we're going to see how it goes. Is this going to help me in my daily life? Probably not, but I don't care. That's not really the point of learning. It's not really the point of understanding in a lot of cases. Sometimes you just need to get a better grasp on the wholeness of nature to be able to see things from a big picture. And for me, this is one of the things I'm working on to maybe get a better grasp on things and how things move and behave and why things exist in the way they do. I have been a huge consumer of history. I'm a little bit of a history buff, and I've always been a voracious reader. I consume knowledge in just giant quantities. This is not a brag in any way, shape, or form. I've just always been built this way. This is how I just am, in that I have an insatiable curiosity about existence and about how things actually are. And so I have always been a huge consumer of books, of everything, anything I can get my hands on. Hold on, look at my hands. These things are messy. That's okay. A lot of art supplies is messy. Well, for me, I'm a messy artist. It is what it is. But the reason why the etherists are interesting to me is because they seem to have a better grasp on a lot of the cyclical nature of existence, of how things just... I'm not going to say that history repeats. I hate that phrase. I hate it so much because it doesn't. That is the wrong way to describe it. History doesn't repeat. It rhymes. So existence does happen in patterns. There's patterns everywhere. Patterns in nature everywhere. There's fractals and even flower leaves. It's just everywhere throughout the whole system. There is patterns in everything. Patterns in nature, patterns in math, patterns in a woman's cycle, patterns in human behavior everywhere. It is a fundamental element of existence, the repetition of things in larger and larger and larger swirls. And I do believe over time, the universe must love complexity, because things do get more complex over time. More things are added to the universe. More things, more complexity. Okay. One thing I don't like about these is the little flecks. They leave little flecks everywhere. I'm not a big fan of the little flecks. Look at all that. Ugh, it's kind of gross. I also think the etherists may have a better idea of how magnets work and how magnetism is a thing with the actual cyclical nature of existence, how things cycle in and out. But again, I don't understand it very well. I got a lot of work to do to figure it out.
I have a very long to-do list, and there's a lot of things on that to-do list that don't really fit on most other people's to-do lists. So the thing is, I've kind of had to, since I've been specific about so many things, that I've had to cut out a lot of normal things in life, I guess you'd say, like pop culture. I'm very not well versed in the pop culture. I have always kind of been made fun of for that I'm not very good with actor names and movie titles and all of that kind of stuff, that I haven't seen TV shows and I don't know who this and who that is, and it's one of those topics of conversation that a lot of people just talk about because everybody knows. Well, I'm sorry, I don't. I just don't. I can't help you. It is what it is. I'm just gonna let those things go in order to learn other things. Because I think the universe gives each of us our own tasks, our own tests, our own things to be able to learn and to fight and to improve on. I think it's very individual in that way. One of my big tasks the universe has given me is communication. I've always had a hard time talking, and it got a lot worse when I was in my 20s, and I've spent the last decade fighting it. And I'm getting there. I'm adding some other languages to my fight right now, which is nice. We're getting there. This drawing, by the way, is getting pretty far along the lines here. We're adding a little bit of reflections from that swirly up there, up into the... Look at my hands. These things get a little messy. I wasn't really expecting that. I don't know why. But this is a potter's tool that I'm going to use to scrape off parts. I'm just going to scrape off little lines in this, and we're going to see how that turns out. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's add some more of that. I like this. I have a feeling I'm going to do this again with some of these kids' oil pastels. I like the graphic nature of this. I like the brightness. I like how easy they went onto the paper. I like how forgiving they are, easy to move around. I like how cheap they are. There's not really many downsides to this. The problem with oil pastels is that they don't really ever set. And, this is a kid's supply. It's not meant to have, light fastness. It will fade over time and all that kind of stuff. But if you're just playing around, or if you're just making a thing to take a picture of it, then this is cool. This is perfect. These are a lot of fun. I have some actual oil sticks. Not oil pastel sticks, but, actual oil paint in, a stick form that I want to play with very, very soon. I bought a bunch of them. It's embarrassing, the large set that I bought, how many I got. But because those should dry fully and be able to just stay. These will never really dry. They're always going to move around because they're waxy, and it's just cool for sketch, not cool for fine art. That kind of thing. Do I recommend these? Yes, absolutely. Am I going to play with again? Yep, you bet. This tool leaves a really nice texture. It shows up better in the darker areas because the line is lighter than the darkness around it. It's just really cool effect in these. I'm very pleased. And now I'm wondering if the adult versions do the same thing. They probably do. I don't know. These kid ones are cool. So here she is. Thanks for hanging out today. We got that universe in the sky. We got this little rock formation. We got a beach here. We got a lot of fun, beautiful colors. Highly recommend. So, thanks everybody. Keep your cup full.